Welcome to the SISEP implementation video on implementation stages. Once a team has identified a need for change, it's easy to want to hit the road running. But taking time to prepare in the beginning will save time in the end. This video will walk through each of the 4 stages of implementation. Exploration begins with a need to be addressed. The goal of exploration is to determine which practice or program is the best fit by examining needs and assets. Forming a diverse team of staff, families, students, and community partners is vital to select the best program or practice. By the end of exploration, a team is formed, they've identified a specific need, and a practice or program is selected to meet the demonstrated need. Installation begins with the decision to start implementing a practice or program. In installation, the goal is to create and initiate a plan that develops the knowledge and skills of staff and leaders, addresses policies to support implementation, outline processes for data collection for decision making, and sets up communication lines between staff and leaders. Often, teams bypass installation and replace the work with a phrase like, "We're building the plane while flying." Despite good intentions to get practices off the ground, skipping installation can lead to frustration and even end implementation efforts. Focusing on installation first strengthens the chance that practices will be used with fidelity and students will benefit from the new practices. The shift to initial implementation happens when staff begin to use the new practice or program. During initial implementation, the team works through the implementation plan, staff receive coaching, and fidelity data are used to strengthen skills. Data and feedback are used to make decisions and update procedures to improve implementation. By the end of initial implementation, some staff are using the practice or program and beginning to implement it with fidelity. Full implementation occurs when staff are implementing the practice or program with fidelity and student outcomes are moving in the desired direction. During full implementation, procedures are in place that support using the program or practice, and teams consistently use data to improve implementation. In essence, the practice or program has made the shift from being something new to the way of work, and student outcomes are changing. Throughout each implementation stage, teams should be planning for the sustainability of the practice or program and implementation supports with adequate funding and updated procedures. When teams focus on implementation stages, they ensure all necessary activities to implement and sustain a practice or program are in place. The time it takes to move through each stage depends on the complexity of the practice or program, as well as the system. It is also common to move in and out of each stage as new barriers arise and necessary changes occur. Understanding the stages of implementation provides a structure for teams to intentionally plan, implement, and sustain a new practice or program into the way of work.